The Do's and Don'ts newsletter proudly presents this story from issue number 2, published December 1st of 2023.
He-Man, a Man of My Generation. By Joe Collett. Just to be clear, I am talking about the original He-Man from the 80s. As most true He-Man fans will tell you, the others don't count. I don't remember the first time I watched the cartoon or the first figure I owned, but I remember how much that cartoon meant to me, as a young, shy, and nerdy child in the early 1980s, seeing a nice nerdy prince turn into a total badass and kicking the bad guy's tail and saving the world every week was, well, nice. It gave us nerdy, shy, nice people hope that we could rise up and make a difference if we tried. Even if we didn't want to, we had that inside of us just like Prince Adam. Of course, we would get our He-Man toys and hang out with other kids who had the toys and other accessories and we would play. I didn't have as much as others. There was always that one kid who had every playset, character, and accessory. I had He-Man and a few other figures. Another kid would have Beast-Man, and someone else would have Castle Grayskull. We would act out episodes, make our own stories, and always play in the mud and dirt. If I am remembering correctly, I had He-Man, Battle Cat, Stinker, and Skeletor. Those guys went to a lot of places with me. On car trips, to friends' homes, and even the grocery store. I remember having a lot of great times playing with those toys, and having fun watching the episodes, both with and without other kids. Speaking of episodes, as a young kid in the 80s, He-Man was like Game of Thrones for kids. We would watch and talk about them the next day at school, on the playground, or at a friend's house. Did you see what Skeletor tried to do to He-Man? Merman got his butt kicked by Man-at-Arms yesterday. I remember coming home from school and watching the show while laying on my belly in front of the TV with my hands under my chin. I had my toys right there with me. They watched too, of course. The episodes were colorful and exciting. And yes, I know that the cartoon was made to just sell the toys, but they also told good stories and taught good lessons. Later, as I grew up, people started making parodies of He-Man. In these parodies, he was often portrayed as being gay. I remember asking a gay friend if he thought it was funny too, and he said, "Oh hell yeah. He was great for us little gay guys back in the day. He is an icon." I honestly had no idea. I guess the outcast persona of Adam transforming into a strong hero figure meant a lot to other kids too. He was just as important to other types of outcasts besides the shy and nerdy kids like myself. I think that's one reason why the remakes of the show flopped as badly as they did. The creators of the show didn't realize what the original show meant to so many people who grew up in the early and mid-80s. He-Man could bring people together, both the outcasts and the regular kids. You can disagree with me on this, but I think that's why people of my age, mid-40s, are a little protective of He-Man. That's why any new series has to live up to a higher standard. You can't just get any schmuck and dress him up like He-Man, he actually needs to be He-Man. By the power of Grayskull, we have the power.
The Do's and Don'ts team consists of Grizzly Adam, editor, publisher, writer; Jon Mullin, assistant editor, writer; Plendlful, consulting editor; Joe Collett, associate publisher, writer; BlueMSX, writer; Yousef, writer. Visit our website at dosandon'tstopmywebcommunity.org. And don't forget to write to us, submit your retro memory, or most importantly, sign up for the newsletter. The Do's and Don'ts retro newsletter is published the first of each month. Subscribers get early access.